this massive tax and spending bill, there are some changes to 529s for kids, right?
Absolutely. These 529 savings plans are really important. But what's interesting, that Vanguard survey that you mentioned, only 10% of parents are leveraging 529 plans, even if they may have heard of them. But the key here is to understand how you can invest and invest with your children. Explain to them what you're doing as you're investing in these 529 plans. They are usually funds that have a combination of stocks and bonds and cash, and they may get more conservative as they get closer to the age they're going to need that money for college. But it grows tax-free. And what many people have focused on is the fact that college prices are so high. Let's get a way for our kids to be able to afford college. It's not just college anymore, though. Even though you can take qualified withdrawals for college expenses, there are other expenses that you can get withdrawals for too, and you can also get a state tax deduction or tax credit for the money that you put into a 529 plan.
You're talking about more expenses for the K through 12.
Yeah, so what's interesting in this new tax bill, the new tax law, you are able to now use 529 plan money for credentials that you might need if you're a cosmetologist or you want to do HVAC work, if you need a license for law, accounting, financial professions, or continuing education programs that you're doing because you're a nurse or a teacher. That is covered as an eligible expense under 529 plan money. So it's not just for college, and it's not just for K through 12 tuition. It's also SAT prep, standardized prep, education therapy. And what's interesting, starting next year, this year you can take $10,000 out of a 529 plan to cover K through 12 expenses. Next year it's going to be $20,000. Wow. So that's a lot more attractive to a lot of parents.
SAT prep just gave me some PTSD. Okay, what if you want to do not education? Like you want to save in other ways? You can even do an IRA for kids, right?
Absolutely. Well, the good thing about the 529 plan, it can roll over to a Roth IRA. $35,000 if you don't use that money. But you could also open a Roth IRA for your child now if they have earned income. So this summer they were babysitting, mowing lawns, they had a paid internship. They could put that earned income into a Roth IRA. That money is growing tax-free. It's after-tax money that goes tax-free, and it can be invested in stocks, in mutual funds, in exchange-traded funds. You can talk to them about the power of compounding, the compound interest growth that they could get by putting this money there and investing it over time.
Okay. What if you have a lazy child and you can't get them to work?
Or they're too young to work.
Or they're too young. Either one. I'm just saying. What if the kid doesn't have any earned income, Sharon?
You could set up a brokerage account for your child. Many parents do that. The thing to remember is when you're looking at financial aid, if they have a Roth IRA, that is not counted for financial aid, whereas if they have a brokerage account, it's a child's asset, it could be more have a more negative impact on them receiving financial aid. So that's something to consider.
Contribution limits, though, or no?
There are no contribution limits if it's a brokerage account.
Okay.
Yeah, they can do as much as they want.
There's this new thing. Explain to us Trump accounts.
Well, Trump accounts are interesting. They're expected to start in July of 2026. And this is an idea of having a retirement account from the day your child is born or for kids of any age up to the age of 18. And it's going to start with, for those children who are born between 2025 and 2028, the government is going to give an initial deposit of $1,000 into this account. Wow. The money that you contribute could be as much as $5,000 a year. It's going to be invested in a stock index fund, and you're going to be able to have this money until the child needs it for retirement. It's going to then, once they turn 18, become a traditional IRA, and it'll have those types of provisions. So you could take the money out. You'll have a 10% penalty likely and pay income tax on the money. But it is a way for, if you get free money from the government, $1,000, and they keep it until the age of 60, think of the tens of thousands of dollars that your child will have
Even
amassed.
if you don't contribute.
Even if you don't contribute.
Wow.
So a lot of financial advisors I've talked to say it's a no-brainer to get the free money. And then think about all these other options that we talked about. If you want to put your own money in, see what works best for you. And while you're doing it, make sure you're talking to your child about what you're doing. Make sure you're involving them in the conversation. It's so important to talk about money, especially when the money is going to go to them, right? So you want to make sure they understand the importance of investing.
That's
a great tip,
Sharon. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Something we should think about for sure. For more strategies to invest your kids' education and much more, check out Sharon's free Money 101 newsletter series.